This video is going to be me making my salmon dip. It is made with cream cheese, so if you can't do dairy, this is not going to be the recipe for you, because this is definitely dairy heavy. You put a whole pack, this is an 8-ounce pack of cream cheese. You can use any cream cheese. So I'm not one of those people who swear by name brands, so you don't need a specific name brand. I actually bought the store brand because the flavor in the cream cheese is going to come from, the flavor in the dip, I should say, is going to come from the salmon, not necessarily the cream cheese. And then you're adding all your additional flavors. So we're going to get all of that cream cheese out of there. Get all of that in the bowl. All of that in the bowl. Right? All of that in a bowl. We don't, it's a lot of cream cheese. It's like left, so I scrape because we want all of that cream cheese. You don't get to have me pay for cream cheese and then I'm gonna leave half of it in the jar. Right? So that's step one. Step two is open a can of Alaskan salmon. I'm using Chicken of the Sea, but you can use whatever brand you like. Brand doesn't matter to me. Again, as long as you season your food and flavor your food, you can use any brand. I'm using this in a paper plate because this is how I debone this canned salmon. So as I work through it, what I do is I take out the really black, ooey gooey pieces, because I don't, anyone who knows me, I don't like white and I don't like anything black. So that black stuff has got to come out. And then there are these huge bones that run along inside of the salmon. And you're going to take that out. You could just run your fingers along. Some of the fine bones are fine because when we blend the salmon up, they will be so chopped up so finely that you won't be able to like get them stuck in your throat or whatever. So I'm not worried about those. But the big bones, or when you find areas where they're all together, you can run your fingers through the salmon, and this is how you remove the salmon, right? Squeeze it, because again, there's a bone, a long bone membrane in the middle of there. And these little bones like that, you got to take them out because that is not good in salmon. And when I'm making salmon croquettes, I do that. And of course, with this salmon dip, which is going to be ever so fine, you are going to need to take those big bones out. And as I chop the meat up, during this process, I'm feeling for the bones. And so this is what I'm doing when I'm feeling for the bones here. And to make sure there's no big pieces of bones left. And if there is not, I then take my cream cheese and I'm going to put all of that salmon in with my cream cheese now. And the next step is going to be me mashing the salmon into the cream cheese. Get that big piece there. I'm gonna mash this salmon directly into this cream cheese. It's gonna be, I do it with a fork, right? Because the cream cheese is giving. I do leave my cream cheese out for about 30 minutes to an hour to soften it if it's been in your fridge, to make it softer for this mixing process. And don't worry about the thickness of it, right? Because I have mayonnaise here, and that will, a dollop of mayonnaise will loosen this up. So you see how this is mashing together very well? So at this point, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to put my onions in there. See, my onions are going in there. I cut up a half of an onion. I put that in there. I'm going to put some peppercorns in there, fresh pepper. Now, I think I told you guys, I like spicy. So I put a lot of pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of salt, cayenne pepper, This is what makes it spicy, right? Cayenne pepper. I'm actually gonna open the big mouth. Cayenne pepper. I'm also gonna sprinkle some paprika in here. Paprika is for the color because, again, it's gonna be a pretty color. Gonna put a dash of salt. I'm going to get my grater, if I can find my grater, and get some lemon zest. And I'm also gonna cut this lemon open. And not only the zest is going in there, but I'm going to put some lemon juice in it, right? Real lemon juice, all right? Make sure none of the seeds get in there. The lemon juice is important here, right? See how you start the mix? It's going to be spicy. The lemon juice will cut down on the spice, right? And so as you see that? See that? Still thick, right? What you do is, I know how much mayonnaise to put, but if you want a measurement of mayonnaise, it's gonna be about a tablespoon of mayonnaise. I know my measurements by heart at this point. So a dollop of mayonnaise. Again, the mayonnaise is not to taste. The mayonnaise is to loosen up the stiffness of this cream cheese. So you see how smooth this has gotten now. All right, see the smoothness of this, right? It's very smooth now, right? See, this is the consistency you're going for in the cream cheese. And again, this is our salmon dip. See that? And to finish this salmon dip off, first I'm going to taste it. Make sure it's not too spicy. Not too spicy for me. Although, when I put it in a bowl for me, I will make it a little more spicier. Next step is paprika for taste. So then I'm going to sprinkle the top with paprika. And that is the color. And that is how we get our famous salmon dip. Right? It's delicious. I eat it with a hearty whole wheat trip. You can even put this on a bagel because it's a cream cheese spread, actually. And so you can put it on a bagel and it will be absolutely perfect. Or eat it with some chips. Although this is a hearty dip, so you need a hearty chip, like a wavy chip. Or you can eat it with a whole wheat cracker, like a wheat thin, or Tostitos whole wheat. I enjoy that. And this is my salmon dip.